You've been hearing about the snow. We are always interested when we have snow in the forecast because this time of year, you know, it can just go away in the blink. It might not even stick.
Especially when 14 out of the 15 days here in February have been spent at least in the mid-50s, if not the mid-60s.
Yeah. You're a party pooper.
I'm not trying to. I just have to be honest. That's why they pay me to hear, Doug. I mean, if I told you what you wanted to hear, you'd want a good, what, 8-9 inches of snow, a good dump.
It's going to follow, though, some really cold air. So I'm interested in what you think the roads are going to be like, especially going into Saturday morning.
We're certainly talking about some refreezing of any moisture that's left over that doesn't melt on contact. Of course, yes, we could be seeing some refreezing on the roads Saturday morning. Now, thankfully, it is a weekend, of course, so that will at least limit the amount of folks that are out and about.
So
that's something positive to look ahead to. In the meantime, though, when we do initially see that snow fall, we're going to be dealing with mostly just minor impacts for travel because we are going to be seeing an incredible amount of melting. Nonetheless, though, initially we will be seeing the rain, then transition over to sleet and eventually snow. It's all just going to depend on how quickly we can overcome the warmer air out there and get those temperatures down to the freezing levels. Best snow, though, is going to be north of I-64. You will have a better chance of actually stacking up some of that slushy accumulation. Here's that system that passed through us earlier today. Largely missed Kentuckiana, but it did pick up our winds and bring some sprinkles farther on to the north. It's off to our west, about 800 miles away. That's a system that's going to be bringing us some of that wintry weather. So going into the next couple of hours here on Futurecast, no issues for the rest of this evening. It's actually going to be a beautiful night for us, albeit pretty cold out the door tomorrow morning. We'll see clouds increase through the sky, staying dry through about 2-3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Take a look at our temperatures here. We're going to be just too warm to see actual snowfall during the 3-4 o'clock hour, and that's when we're likely just going to be seeing that sleet. But then finally going to see those temperatures get down to freezing, and we'll be able to see the transition from sleet over to some snow. Again, you can see mainly this is going to want to favor areas to the north of I-64. That's at 7 o'clock. And then this is going to be out of here as soon as 11 tomorrow evening. So a very quick hitting system, and we're kind of going to be fighting against time to get those temperatures down cold enough to actually see that precipitation come down as snow. We mentioned it's going to be incredibly cold behind that system, actually falling down to the low and middle 20s Saturday morning with wind chills in the teens. When it comes to that accumulation, I know that's what everybody's curious about. Again, you're going to do better farther on to the north. So talking to you folks around southern Indiana, likely going to see that higher end of that range, around 2 inches. Then we have a pretty good shot at getting about an inch of slushy accumulation in and around the city, but then you'll be closer to about a dusting if you are south of the parkways. One thing is for certain, though, we are getting very cold behind all of that snow and dropping down to the lower 20s. Saturday morning wind chills going to make it feel like it's 11 to 12 degrees outside. Then we're really not going to recover much into the afternoon. In fact, temperatures for us on Saturday are hardly going to make it above freezing, especially if we have some fresh snowpack on the ground. That's going to make it really hard for those temperatures to climb much farther than that freezing level. Nonetheless, though, we will have some sunshine, and that'll make it a little bit more tolerable, especially for your Sunday. We're going to slowly get back on track in the mid-40s, and then, hey, by this time next week, it's like it never happened, back to the 60s.